All right, Bears fans, I promised you a second video on the day after our breaking news video earlier today, so I got a special request since we are doing two videos today. It is my wife Hannah's birthday today. Happy birthday, Hannah. I love you so much. You're going to love this because Bears fans, help me out. Go bombard her DMs on Instagram and wish her a very happy birthday. Her handle is at Hannah M. Graham 11. It's right there. It's to my right, or my right for me, your left, as well on your screen. Go wish her a happy birthday. Light up her DMs on Instagram. She is going to love this. Happy birthday, Hannah. We're going to have a great weekend. Get your mind out of the gutters, folks. All right, welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Training camp news, rumors, some stuff to get to after we covered those two signings earlier today. If you missed that video after this video, go check it out. Let's talk about the quarterback, Justin Fields. Did he have his best practice yet? A lot of reports and signs would suggest that. Now, could take it with a grain of salt because some guys did not practice today on both sides of the football, but by all reports, by all accounts, reporters who have boots on the ground, looked like he was pretty sharp at camp today. Things are improving. Timing is improving between Fields and the receivers. This is a great sign. This is what you want to see from Justin Fields because Tuesday, pretty poor finish to practice. Wednesday, bounced back. A little bit of a slow start, but had a pretty strong finish to that practice. And today, sounds like throughout the practice, it was pretty solid overall. And that is very positive. You want to start, keep stacking these type of practices moving forward. Luke Getsy talked to the media today, the Bears offensive coordinator, of course, talked about Field. He said, he's a competitive dude, man. You got that. You get that in the film room, and you can see the hunger. You can see the fight. That's all part of our job is to make sure he has clarity through all of that. He has that competitive edge. So keep building on this. That's where we have to keep going here. So two pretty good practices in a row. Another opportunity tomorrow. You get a good practice tomorrow, 3 in a row, you're feeling good about that. Because, look, at training camp, offense wins some days, defense wins some days. You go back and forth during some of the practice without a clear winner, but you want Fields in the offense to at least have enough good moments where you're feeling good about things as we progress throughout training camp. A couple of clips that emerged on social media. Really nice out route ball to Byron Pringle, threw it before he got out of his break. A couple of downfield throws as well. Did throw one interception that A.J. Thomas picked off and missed one downfield throw to Equanimeous St. Brown, but by all accounts, it sounds like he was pretty sharp for the most part, and that is a very, very good sign. How confident are you in Justin Fields at this exact moment? Scale it from 1 to 100, 1 being not at all, 100 being incredibly confident. He is the franchise quarterback. I'll go like 80 right now. I feel good. We're trending in the right direction. Long way to go. We haven't even seen the Bears play a preseason game, but I think you can feel good about where things are trending. You just got to hope it keeps trending up for Justin Fields. Now, real ones, hey, the real ones know to spam FGB in the comments on every single video. Went to the bosses. I said, you know what? We've been pushing this movement plenty long now. The FGB squad is rolling hot and heavy on Bears Now, so we got the merch going. FGB t-shirts on the website, or this link down below, chatsports.com/FGB. That's going to get you to the place to buy these shirts. A bunch of different channels here at Chat Sports are launching t-shirts, and I challenged my fellow co-workers, Chase, Mitch, Tom. I said, we could sell more shirts than you guys, so if you're a real one, go represent the FGB squad. No one likes the Green Bay Packers. Represent today at chatsports.com/FGB. Order your tee, and hey, once it comes in the mail, send me a picture. We'll get you on the show of you repping your shirt. All right, let's get you to the latest on Tevin Jenkins. Yes, he did miss another practice, his 7th straight missed practice, as the Bears have now had 8 training camp practices. Do the math. He's been there for 1. He's missed 7. Luke Getsy spoke on him as well. This is where things get interesting. Whereas Matt Eberflus has said, yeah, he's working with the trainers, Luke Getsy offered a little more perhaps. He says, oh, yeah, Tevin's been great. He's been attentive. He's all in. Yeah, once he gets through this deal, he'll be back out there ready to rock and roll. Here's the problem, and here's the question. What is this deal? Is it a personal matter? Is it an injury? Which it kind of sounds like they've been claiming that, but no one points to what the injury is because they don't have to disclose injuries at this exact point in time. We just need more clarity on what the hell is going on with Teven Jenkins. If they would just come out and say, yeah, he tweaked his knee, tweaked his ankle, he's day-to-day, I may not love that explanation, but I could at least point to something like, yeah, he's banged up. It stinks because he's had some injuries, but hopefully he gets back out there soon. But the way they're handling it is we're just guessing. We're just guessing right now. Now, Getsy sounded positive about him, so if he's all in, he's attentive, he's involved. Now, we don't see him on the practice field. I guess that would indicate he's doing classroom stuff in the building, but it's all being handled very, very bizarrely by this Bears regime. I'll be honest. I'm just not convinced he's injured. I'm just not. The trade reports that are out there, there's more going on here. I don't know what it is. My theory is that Jenkins has not responded well to challenges from this coaching staff, but I don't know that to be the case for sure. That's just a guess on my part. I just wish we had more information than we currently have at this point in time. Now, Luke Getsy also talked about the offensive line as a whole. I'll just use this Courtney Cronin tweet, which, by the way, she continues to crush the coverage at training camp. Great addition to the Bears beat. Getsy said none of that is solidified, talking about the Bears' offensive line situation in terms of selecting a starting five right now. Getsy did say that when Teven Jenkins gets back, he'll be in competition for a starting spot at left or right tackle. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, he was already working with the twos, and now he's missed 7 practices, including all 3 padded practices up to this point. And you're telling me he's going to get right into the mix to start. I guess if he gets out there and starts blowing people off the ball in padded practices, sure, maybe, but Braxton Jones has had a strong training camp. Riley Reif's been signed. Larry Borum's got to be ahead of him at this point. That's 3 tackles already ahead of Teven Jenkins. So he could say that if he wants. Luke Getsy can, but I'm just not convinced that is actually the case. Are you frustrated with the Teven Jenkins drama and really the Bears' handling of it? I think they deserve some blame here. Type Y for yes, type N for no. It's getting frustrating. It's getting old, but I'm going to continue to investigate and provide you with the latest updates as they come in. So be sure to subscribe on the channel and also follow us on Rumble, where we provide our daily news and rumors videos as well. Free and uncensored content, the latest sports, news, politics, tech, business, whatever your entertainment flavor is, you should be able to find plenty of content creators over there. Our channel is at rumble.com/BearsNow. You can keep listening with other apps open, which is a nice benefit as well. Occasional bonus content. Check us out, rumble.com/BearsNow. All right. Kind of an interesting day. There were notable practice absences, which is why I did say take the Fields' very strong day with a slight grain of salt. I'm not taking credit away from him at all. You go up against what's out there, but some of these starters were out. No Kyler Gordon, Kendall Vilder out there on the practice field today. Duke Shelley didn't practice. Robert Quinn, Kyrus Tonga, C.J. Avery. Offensively, no Dante Pettis, James O'Shaughnessy, Lucas Patrick, Thomas Graham obviously are injured. Graham with a hamstring injury and Patrick with that hand injury. So we know about those guys. What's interesting is the Bears did not announce any injuries, so we don't know if there's any new stuff with any of these other guys. Obviously, Gordon, the big one to monitor there, because he did miss some of the offseason program with some hamstring stuff. Hopefully there's nothing going on there. Some players were on bikes, but the Bears didn't announce injuries specifically. Matt Eberflus didn't talk to the media today, so we're kind of left wondering if there's anything going on. Maybe some guys just got an off day. It's hard to say for sure. And then this as well from Brad Biggs says Bears practice is wrapped up. Offensive tackle Julian Davenport walked off the field with a member of the training staff shortly before things ended. Looks like he may have been nicked up, but again, they didn't announce injuries, so kind of in that injury rumor realm, if you will. We're not really sure if there's a bunch of new injuries, if guys just got an off day. Hard to say for sure what's going on with some of those players. Hopefully there's more information to come in the coming days. And if there is, especially if it's notable news, we'll have you covered with a video. So be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. The latest camp updates, news, rumors, any trade buzz that's out there surrounding this team, we're going to have you guys covered with all of it. And, of course, live shows every single Tuesday and live watch parties 8 days away, folks, next Saturday against the Chiefs. Bears get their preseason started, so we'll be live for that as well. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Share that link with a friend. Hit that sub button and turn on those notifications. More workouts. 4 linebackers tried out today. Francis Bernard, Emmanuel Ellerbe, Jordan Evans, and DeMarquise Gates all worked out today. Bears need linebacker depth. We've talked about this a little bit, and this is not just because Roquan is holding in. He's there, but he's not practicing. After him and Nick Morrow, you're pretty thin. Now, it does sound like Joe Thomas and Matt Adams have done some good things, so that's promising, but it's a pretty thin position. We haven't heard a ton from UDFA, Jack Sanborn, who we thought was a guy that could make this team. This could be a bad sign for him if they're working out a few vets. They've now worked out 9 players this week, 2 of which they signed earlier today. Again, go check out that video of those 2 signings for the Bears, but now 4 more linebackers working out. And typically when you work out several players at the same position, that means a signing is coming. So stay tuned. That could very much be in the works for the Bears very, very soon. All right, we'll wrap it up with this. We kind of hit on this earlier, but the offensive line still in flux, according to Luke Getsy, saying none of that is solidified. This is kind of how it sits right now. I think if Week 1 got here today, this is what it would be if Lucas Patrick was back from that hand injury. He's going to be right on the edge if he'll be ready to go for Week 1. Could be Week 2 for him. We'll see. 6-week injury, and he got hurt right around 6 weeks before the opener. But Braxton Jones continues to take starting reps. Cody Whitehair is locked in there. Schofield, I think, is pretty ramped up as the starting right guard. Jatiri Carter's getting some reps there, as is Zach Thomas, but I think Schofield's going to be the guy. And then Riley Reif getting more first-team reps at right tackle, but Larry Borum's still getting some run in there as well. Obviously, I'll give the edge to Riley Reif, but I do wonder, is there a tiny scenario where Reif actually doesn't start for this team after they signed him? I doubt that, but you just never know. I think Braxton Jones continues to be the story, though. He has now, for all 3 of the padded practices, been the starting left tackle. All 3. I thought maybe, okay, first 2, get him some live reps as the starting left tackle with pads on. Off day yesterday, maybe they'd shuffle it up today, Reif back at left, or someone else gets an opportunity. No, 3rd straight padded practice. They're giving him a very real chance to get that left tackle job. They're giving him that chance, and it sounds like he's earning more and more opportunities there to prove he can be that guy. And if that's the case, he's going to be at left, and I would guess Riley Reif starts at right, and then Larry Borum could be your swing tackle, and obviously the ultimate wild card would be Tevin Jenkins. All right, predict the Bears starting offensive line for Week 1 from left to right, left tackle to right tackle. Who are the 5 guys going to be? Let us know in the comments. I think it's going to be Jones, Cody Whitehair, Lucas Patrick once he's cleared. If not, Sam Mustford, Doug Kramer, Michael Schofield, and then, of course, Riley Reif or Larry Borum. But I do think it will be Reif. Right now, if I had to guess, I think that's what it will be. You get your predictions in, and we will see you next time here on Chicago Bears Now.